Welcome, Trey.
Hello everybody, I am Momin and I will explain the pet system coming for the global version for 1.5 year anniversary.
Hey Momin, did you just use my intro here?
I will explain what are pets and what they do and how do you get pets. Also, how can I make my pets stronger and the best pets you can have as a free-to-play player.
I hope that turns out to be interesting, otherwise that's unforgivable.
Let's start with the basics. What are pets? Pets are a new mechanic added alongside the seed story. They give additional stats to the traveler they are paired up with, and each pet has its own special ability, some pets even having boost levels in those special abilities.
Wait, what? Can you give us an example here?
A brown cat. It gives these following stats: 1240 HP, 9 physical attack, 22 magical attack, 23 crit, 28 SP, 17 physical defense, 20 magical defense, and 17 SP. Its special ability is a full front row, 130 heal potency, and you can boost using PP to increase the amount of the healing that the pet does to the front row. And additional note, you want to know that the skill of the pet will automatically trigger as soon as you click on use effect. When you pair up, let's say this pet with Therion, Therion will have the stats that I mentioned for the pet, and he will have the ability to heal your entire front row using the ability of the pet.
So can you use those pets every turn then, like an ally? But you're maybe also limited to use like 5 of them as allies do?
Each pet has its own initial cooldown and recharge time after using the skill. For the brown cat, initial cooldown is 4 turns, meaning you have to wait 4 turns at the start of battle. And after that, using the skill, you won't be able to use that skill again until 9 turns later after you use that skill. Note, you cannot use pets in towers.
Okay, that's sad. Because if you arrange your teams like you would outside of towers, with your pets perfectly assisting your units for increasing whatever stats or casting special debuffs or something, then you have to rethink that completely if you're going into towers again. But yeah, you couldn't use allies in towers either, so that makes sense, and we were kind of used to this limitation. But sounds promising anyway. How do you obtain pets, by the way?
You can obtain pets through the new seed story, which is a story related to pets. Each chapter will give you 4 free pets, and there are some pets that you can get through missions. The second type of pets is the paid pets. Those cost either merchant cap bills or awakening stone fragments. For a pet like Muffa, you want to have deadlock, then pay 6,000 awakening stone fragments through the awakening stone exchange to get Muffa. Or you can buy a reskin of Muffa using the merchant cap bills, and those cost 1,000, which is $100.
Muffa! So if you want Tadlock's pet to join you in battle and not only for shield breaking, you can do that too? Amazing! But paid pets, man, that's a lot of money. There has to be a real benefit now for paid pets apart from just a reskin.
Both Muffas have the exact same stats, skill, and you can use both of them in battle.
Yep, that's what I was waiting for. Thanks. Is there a way to boost the stats or abilities of my pet?
First off, you must put the pet with someone who joins the battle, which means you can only farm 8 pets at a time. When you get a pet, they will be at level 1 and then affinity level 1. You can rise both to the maximum of level 10. How do I get levels for my pets? Simple. Just defeat enemies, and you will earn EXP for your pets. Same goes for the pet affinity, although you only get 1 affinity, Purifier, and Kates give you 10 affinity instead. So if you see a Kate, make sure to defeat it.
Yes, sir.
For each affinity level, pet gains something called +5 pet food usages.
Pet food?
We'll explain what that is later in the video.
Okay, thanks.
And for the pet levels, this only applies changes to the pet at level 5 and 10. At level 5, it reduces the cooldown after using the pet skill by 1 turn. And at level 10, it reduces the initial gauge cooldown of the pet by 1 turn.
Oh, that's neat. Can you please explain to us what you meant with pet food now?
Let's break it down. You can give your pets something called pet food that increases its stats. You can have up to 50 plus on a single stat, and if it's HP, you will have up to 500 plus HP. Incoming is a spoiler. If you do not like spoilers, skip to the part of the video in the screen right here. Each level for a divine beast will increase its maximum pet food usages for all pets by 2 if you're a divine beast level.
Okay, let's say I just gave the wrong food to a pet just because I need that pet to pair up with a totally different unit for some reasons.
Yes, you can reset your stats of the pet, but you will not be able to get what you spent back.
Shoot. Okay, clumsy me. That will happen a lot of times then. Okay, you warned everyone now. So if people are still here at this time frame, then they want to know, what are divine beasts?
Divine beasts are a special ally that you can bring to the fight, which can be summoned only once before a battle. All have different effects on what they do, and you can level them up to make them stronger. Here in the Summon Allies selection, there will be a new tab where you can use special allies you gain from the Refight book collection or summon the Divine Beast. You will need to wait few turns until it charges. After the gauges fall, click on the Summon Allies icon. It will shine blue, indicating that you can summon the Divine Beast.
Okay, that's lit. Being able to summon a divine beast and use a pet in the same turn must feel very powerful. But what about the pet food now?
There is multiple ways to get pet food. You can get pet food using an exchange that you can get from the Nameless Town for pet food. You can get a lot of pet food from this way, so do not worry. There is also the book rematch rank 2. Those give 30 boxes of pet food, each giving 5 of the pet food.
Ah, pet food, I see now. And what pets do you recommend having in general? There seem to be a lot.
First essential thing is going for maximum HP on a pet. This will make your traveler a lot bulkier and a lot harder to kill from enemy attacks. Then you can choose either elemental attack or physical attack, depending on what the pet does. If you max out on both HP and physical attack or magical attack. Now, what are the best free-to-play pets that we will get at the start of the seed story? Let's start with this pet, which is called Black and White Cat. It gives the holder 5% physical attack up, and then you can spend 1 PP to make it 10% physical attack up for 1 turn.
Can you extend those buffs by equips like Hasumi's, Primrose EX, Kurtz or Lagos A4?
The only way you can extend this buff is by Lushera or Mabel's passives. If you do not know what they are giving, it's a 1 additional turn to the buffs received, making this buff last for 2 turns instead of 1.
That's not as bad as I thought at first. Look, I used Lucetta for clearing a lot of tower stuff with her being able to decrease the physical defense on an active and on an ultimate level, and Mabel is shortening and feebling effects on that row too, while also being able to increase the elemental attack and defense of the front row.
Now, there is this spec called White Ash Cat. What it does is this effect. 5% physical attack and magical attack up, but it reduces their physical defense down by 30% and taunts that traveler for 1 turn. Reason number 2 is when using PP on a pet, if you notice, you also charge ultimate of your units, which means unit like Lynette or EX Primrose at ultimate level 10, you will able to use their ultimates right away, which makes this pet insanely good. Speaking of ultimates, this pet, the Black Dog, upon using the pet skill, you will automatically recover 50% ultimate gauge to the holder of the pet. After using that ultimate once, you can charge the second ultimate really fast. And if you want a pet that debuffs your enemy physical attack and elemental attack for free, there's this pet called Shiba Shu, will debuff by 10% with no PP cost, which makes your units able to survive some attacks that otherwise could possibly kill them.
Okay, now I know which pets I have to get as soon as possible. Sounds very promising. I'm looking forward to the new update next Wednesday.
In summary, pets will help you tackle the hardest fights in the game. Alongside, of course, being cute, those pets are really strong and you should try to get all of the free pets. If you have a question, make sure to ask in the comment section and me, a free-to-player, will help you. Don't forget to subscribe to Free-to-Player and my channel, and see you in the next one.
Your excuse to use my intro and outro. That was a great lesson moment. See ya!